Load it up, Carl. This shit feel like game 7. Put lines up through my S's. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings.
Welcome to the Money Down. We got Phillip Dorsett, Super Bowl champ, current Denver Bronco receiver, kicking it with us tonight, man. Appreciate you taking the time, man. Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir, man. First off, gotta ask you, man, how OTA's going? You know, training. I know, depending on your coach, but you got a tough coach, one of those old school coaches. How's it going for you right now?
I'm sore. I'll tell you right now, I'm sore. But nah, it's going good. It's going good, man. You know how I go every year. We start over, install 1, install 2. So hey, I'm just trying to get through these first couple of weeks, and like you said, you know how they callous the body. Just trying to get through that phase to where I'm like, okay, we just go out there and we just play football every day.
Get that routine. For those who don't know, me and Phil played high school football together at the
STA, baby.
St. Thomas Aquinas.
Illegally.
St. Thomas illegally.
Don't do that.
Aquinas, man. You know what I mean? We had some of the most legendary teams for sure. Yeah. I mean, some people, have other things to say, like, Warren Herring here hating on us a little bit that we get kids from all over. But it is what it is. You come to St. Thomas, you're going to play top brand football. But look, man,
we're going to call it what it is. STA had NIL before NIL was a thing.
Nobody was getting no money.
Don't do that.
I heard Phil pulled up in a Rolls first.
Boy, hey, listen, I ain't get a car until I got drafted.
hey, you ain't got to lie. That was that STA back pay. That's all it is.
But even Phil came from Chaminade, transferred to St. Thomas. But I know Phil played quarterback originally. So what kind of made you want to come to St. Thomas in the first place for Chaminade?
I mean, like I said, I lived in the neighborhood where St. Thomas was at. So I grew up basically going to some of the football games. I remember I remember one of the first games I went to at Dolphin Stadium. They played
Lakeland.
Yep. They played Lakeland. Yeah. Chris Rainey gave it to him. I was like,
lit us up. That's my freshman year. He lit us up.
Man, but I always followed it, and I always wanted to be a part of it. At the end of the day, it was, and then obviously I knew Chris Carter was there. Coach Carter, he was the receiver coach at the time. Like, I ain't never played receiver in my life. Like, I always played quarterback growing up. But, I knew I ain't growing no more, so I can't play quarterback. So I'm like, okay, I'm fast, so let me learn how to play receiver. And who better to teach me than Chris Carter? So I was like, yeah, I got to go.
Hey, that's dope. It's so crazy that you bring that game up, dog, because y'all a little bit older than me. I'm from the crib, Phil. So, I remember going to that game, man, and that team, bro, both teams was loaded. I think Lakeland had the Pouncey.
Yeah. Ahmad Black. They were loaded.
I remember going to that game, dog. So just to hear like that you was there, and that kind of got you, like, that for sure got it going for, I think, not even just you and myself, but for a lot of kids. Like, just being around that program, seeing how, that prestige that they always had down here in South Florida, dog, is definitely something special. Always been there.
Yeah, and that's what it was for me. Like, I wasn't whatever zone for saying, but that don't matter. It's a private school. You can go wherever you want to go. But you see,
listeners, y'all heard me here.
It's a private school. You ain't gotta be zoned for nothing. You can, like Phil said, you be in Orlando. If you want to drive there every day, you can go there if you really want to.
Go. You good.
Right, bro. We didn't know private schools had recruiting visits. That's all.
Man, stop.
Recruits for itself. You win them state championship, people want to come there. That's
exactly.
That's what lured me to it. Like, my decision came down to either Chaminade or St. Thomas. Ended up going to St. Thomas. But you watch, all these athletes going to D1 schools. They playing for states, state titles. You want to be a part of something like that, and you go compete against the best during practice too. So that's really what gave gave us like the upper hand. Like, going into college, like you going against other D1 athletes in practice from your freshman year on, you getting thrown into that fire. Like, I remember my freshman year, Like me and Gio, like Cody Riggs, a couple other guys, they throw you in the fire. If you talented enough, they throw you in the fire. I remember doing like one-on-one tackling with Major Wright. You know what I'm saying? Like freshman year, line it up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't gonna count. I ain't gonna lie. I low key was scared of Major a little bit. I said, nah, man, listen, man. Major was Sean Taylor, and he was Sean Taylor at St. Thomas, knocking people out.
And so I gotta ask you, Phil, like, how was that when you did, once you did get there and you got settled and, you know what I'm saying, you start gaming and you becoming, you start seeing that, damn, like, I'm really gonna have a chance to go to school. And how was that going against, some of them, all those D1 athletes that was on that team? Because, we talked about it earlier. Like, I mean, from Cody Riggs to, later on, y'all get LaMarcus Joyner, y'all got, Marcus Robeson, Keon Penn. Like, that whole defense was highly recruited. How was it for you going against and like iron sharpening iron and just becoming who you was in high school?
To be honest, I mean, it was a blessing for me. I mean, when I first transferred there, like I didn't know what to expect. Like I never been around that much talent in my life. Like being at Chaminade, like obviously when Coach G was at Chaminade, it was good. And then when I got there, he had left already and it was trash. So I was like, I got to get out of here. And then when I got to St. Thomas, it was just like, yo, like I'm seeing dudes going to Florida State. And I'm a sophomore and I'm getting a chance to do one-on-ones with them. And I'm like, I don't win every rep, but it's just like, okay, like I win some reps. So it's just like, okay. Like, cause before that, to be honest, before that, like I never really had like dreams and aspirations of like going D1 and all that stuff. Like, cause I had no clue.
Yeah.
But like I said, I played quarterback. So I was like, man, I'm 5'10", like I ain't know. Then once I moved to receiver, and then I started to learn from Coach Carter, and then I started to like, at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I can compete with these dudes, and I'm young still. And then going into my 11th grade year, and then that's when it just took off. It's like, okay, now I know, like, okay, I can play with these dudes. These dudes going to Florida State, Florida, they going to these big time schools. And obviously I ain't got no offers yet, but it's like, nah, I know I'm nice. Like I can compete with them. So it's like, okay, it's only a matter of time where I start, I start actually put my name out there. So it was just a blessing for me, man. I love St. Thomas and I'm blessed to be able to like have the opportunity to be there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you don't hear a lot of high school players talking about, like not even envisioning, going to go play at the next level, because a lot of kids want to do that. They want to chase that. Yeah. So, like, what was that like for you? Like when you realized, like, yeah, this is something I could do. I got my first letter. Like, what was that process like for you?
Yeah, it was crazy because so Coach Smith is the type of coach that he like to hold your letters. So like, if you a sophomore, like you don't know who really recruiting you, because he like to hold your letters until I think it was after like your junior spring game or something like that. So I ain't really know what was going on. So and then basically they come to you with like a basket full of letters, and I'm like, so you mean to tell me I got to go through all these to see if I got any offers? Like, dang. But like I remember, like Coach Carter basically always told me, I'm like, no, trust me, you're gonna have that Ohio State offer. You're gonna have this, you gonna have that. And I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing in paper in my hand, so I don't know.
Yeah, you just talking.
You just talking. Like I ain't got nothing in paper. But like I'm going through spring, I'm going through the season. Like I ain't play that much my sophomore year. I think I literally maybe had like one catch.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But that going into my junior year, that spring, that's when it kind of like took off. But at the end of the day, I still didn't really know what was going on behind the scenes, because Coach Smith, he don't like people really get the big head. But he don't.
The letters,
bro, listen, I ain't get no letter until my junior year, bro. I ain't had no clue. I ain't had no clue who was recruiting me.
Well, I feel like it's like motivating when you start seeing that. It gives you that reality of like, man, I can do this. Like, dang.
It's different
like once
back then, though.
That's right.
It's crazy. It's different now.
I was just about to say that, man. The time's so much different back then, dog.
Man,
everything's digital on social media.
Night and day, man. But it was crazy though. It was like once I got my first offer and I seen it in writing, I was just like, Oh, nah, so I'm actually good.
Yeah.
I can actually play a little bit.
It's official.
So, okay, we straight there.
You kind of talked about your 11th grade year. I feel like that's where we had, one of the most talented, years ever. And, we fell short that year. We had a lot of highlights, throughout our career at St. Thomas. But we're gonna bring up, a little bit of our bad time here against Manatee. That one game that went a little awry. It was a great atmosphere though. It was lit.
He got the highlights.
We got young Phil out here. Yes, sir.
Hey, that's crazy.
Bro,
what a lot of people don't know is though, like that game, like I dropped like 2-3 passes before the first touchdown.
Yeah, we was all tripping that day.
We was tripping
on that play right there. We had no wing on the extra point, got it blocked. Like it was lit out there though, as you can see. Like it was fans standing up all around there. I feel like we had no fans there. I think everybody anticipated us, going to state. The next week that ain't happening. We fell short, but we probably had we were talking in the group chat. We probably had like 8 to 10 guys like on that team that played like at least 2-3 years in the league. So we had a ton of talent, but Manatee had some talent too. They had some guys that played in the league and in college. They definitely was on our ass that game. They stormed the field and everything. I ain't never seen nobody storm the field.
Was that the year y'all played Burns, South Carolina, like first game of the season?
Yeah, we played them. Yep.
I've been watching that on TV. Y'all smoked them.
Ace Sanders ripped us.
Yeah,
hey, from Manatee, right, bro?
Yep.
Yes.
Where he ended up going?
South Carolina.
Yep. He played in the league. I think he was in Jacksonville for a little bit.
We played them in the bowl game when we was at Wisconsin. We played them in 2013.
In 2013, my freshman year.
They beat us. They ain't smokers, but they beat us.
I don't think he was there though. Demir Bird
wasn't him.
Demir Bird lit
was
us up.
Was Alshon there too?
Nah. Alshon was gone already.
He was gone already.
Yeah, they was lit though. But you talked about some of your offers too, though. You ended up going to the University of Miami. Your senior year. What made you lead to that decision? Because I think it was coming down like Ohio State and Miami or something like that at the time. What made you choose the University of Miami?
To be honest, I mean, it was just growing up. Just being a UM fan. My dad was a UM fan. And then, like, I gravitated towards it. And to be honest, it wasn't really no recruitment for me. Like, as soon as they offered me, I was like, all right, that's where I'm going.
That's it.
Like, because it's crazy, because UM offered me last. Like, I didn't have the UM offer. I had all these other offers first. And I'm holding out because I'm like, dang, like UM ain't offered me. And they had offered Rashad first. Rashad Green.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this man don't even want to. I know he going to Florida State. So I'm like, dang. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, they ain't going to offer me. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably either going to go to Ohio State or North Carolina.
Yeah,
and then like last minute they swooped in and offered me. And I was like, oh, I'm going. That's it. It was always a dream. I'm like, it was a dream. Like I ain't really going that many visits. It was just like, nah. Like as soon as they offered me, I'm like, I'm going. Like this is a dream.
That's the thing to know for sure, man.
Hey,
I gotta ask you, man. So you go to UM. You cut UM up.
Mm-hmm.
Out of your times watching them and then even including yourself, you got to give us a top 5 UM receivers to come through.
Put him on a hot seat.
You got to give us 5, man.
Yeah, no specific order. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. Okay, I got Dre. Yeah. Gotta go Dre. Santana Moss. Gotta do 10, man.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
It get tough after that. It get real tough after that.
You got Reggie Wayne. You got who else we got?
Yeah.
Michael Irvin.
I gotta obviously Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
That's 3.
St. Thomas product, by the way, Michael Irvin.
Yeah, for sure. That's on. That's on. That's on. Fort Lauderdale, straight out of the Straight out of the
A block over from where my people's from.
Mm-hmm. You got Leonard Hagerson, too, another St. Thomas product.
You got Hank.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Niggas had all. Everybody.
Keyshawn went to USC. Fool.
Oh, I'm tripping. Hey, I don't know, bro. I'm tripping, dog.
I'm gonna go. Who else I go? I said, dang, that's crazy. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Hearns because Hearns got the record for the season, so I gotta go Hearns. And then I'm gonna go Brett Perryman for the last one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Perryman. Yeah, that's my 5.
There's a lot of legendary receivers come out of Miami.
It's tough.
And kind of speaking about Miami too, what you think it's gonna take for them to, get back to being, the you, you know what I'm saying?
Quarterback. Straight up. Hey, so we got a quarterback now.
Yeah.
Got a quarterback.
I like Ward. Yeah,
I like Ward. If he play how we think he gonna play, we gonna be straight. They just need a quarterback, man. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
I just think they got to start maintaining that. I mean, they've been getting the Miami talent, the South Florida talent. I think that was the issue. When we was like in high school, college. A lot of the guys starting to trickle Alabama, going all over the place.
Yeah, that's the problem, man.
Back in the day, everybody got that U off of it. You set like
you set. You got the U off. I'm good. Nah, it ain't like that no more.
You see, Phil say they offered them late, man. They let. I think that was really the big problem, bro. They let too many, talented people from the crib, you know what I'm saying, escape from down there. I just knew, like, when I was coming up, like, I know Coop wanted to go to Miami. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, how the hell you let Coop leave?
You let him go to you let too many people leave South Florida.
How you let him leave and go to Bama? Obviously,
that's the thing. You can't offer him late. Like you said,
people be waiting. They think it's sweet. They think it's like,
come on, man.
Yeah,
you gotta jump on him quick.
I ain't trying to. This ain't, we don't want to take no shots at nobody on the pod, but that's that Al Golden stuff, man.
Oh no, hey, listen, you can take all the shots you want at him. Hey,
I'll set y'all boys back for another 10, 15 years with the stuff he doing when he got in the office, man. But
man, listen, man, I love that was my head coach. I love Al, but I ain't gonna sit here and say he was the wrong coach for us, but like that Joe Paterno, Penn State type vibe, like that it wasn't for us, man. Like it wasn't for us, dog. Yeah. Like it was different, man. We bumped heads a lot, and I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. We bumped heads a lot, but at the end of the day, it was all love. Like me and Coach Golden got a good relationship. Yeah. But I just feel like we could have we left a lot out there on the table. And then when I got there, we got on the 2-year ban after the Shapiro thing. So it was tough for him. Like we lost a lot of scholarships and we lost reputation wise. But I mean, they should have just stuck. Like Shannon should have never got fired. Randy Shannon
was great.
Yeah, he should have never got fired, to be honest. So it all went south after that right there.
Hey, I was gonna say, what you think about everything going on with NIL right now? Because I know if they had NIL back when you was at the U, bag.
Listen, Mario's spending that check. I know that
he's spending that check. For sure. Like, I'm happy the young bucks they getting their money because they deserve it, but. I ain't gonna, but I know we was broke college kids. I used to call my daddy every other Friday. Hey, yo, that ain't gonna lie, I need some money to eat.
Little something, 10, 20.
Little something, bro. Hey, but they getting it. But I don't like the transfer portal. Like NIL cool. Yeah. I mean NIL cool, but I don't like the transfer portal. Like.
Not a fan of that.
One and out.
Man. That's wild, yo. Like, it's free agency, basically. Like, dang.
Before we continue, let's have a word from our sponsor, Prize Picks. It's NBA playoff time, so make sure you head over to Prize Picks and bet over or under on some of your favorite athletes' projected stats. When we use our promo code MONEYDOWN, Prize Picks will match up to $500 on your first deposit. I repeat, when you use our promo code MONEYDOWN, Prize Picks will match up to $500 on your first deposit. You can bet small and win big prizes. You talked about your speed a little bit earlier. Was track the first love, or was that football, or did the speed come naturally? Because some guys is naturally fast and they throw you on the track, and the track coach like take credit for everything that was going on.
So I would say track probably is first love, and then football. Like, so I started running track first, and then I played football like right after that track season, and track was, I would say, the first love. But then once I started playing football, it was just like, like I don't know, cause I don't know. Football kind of got to me. Yeah. But I always love track. Like, it's something that I always do in the off season. Like, it's something that, like, that's part of my off season program. Like, getting back on the track and just, you know what I'm saying, just staying fast. Because at the end of the day, if you can run, like, if you still faster than everybody, you probably gonna have a job.
Yeah, give yourself a chance, man.
You should give yourself a chance. So as long as you can run, you good.
And leading up to that, one of the fastest people to run at the combine. How was it like that? You know what I'm saying? For you, once you crossed that line, was it something that as soon as you took off, you knew, like, man, money good? You get what I'm saying? How was that moment for you? Running that 40, and then just from after that, just kind of where it took you from that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly what you said. To be honest, I mean, I always running was my thing. So it was just like yeah, I'm gonna train for it. But at the end of the day, like, you know how people go to these different facilities and stuff, like Exos and all that stuff. I trained that with my strength coach at Miami with Swayze. Because I'm like, man, I already know I'm finna run fast. Like, I ain't worried about that. Like, I just want to make sure I'm in football shape.
Yeah.
Because I already know, like, they basically put me on game and told me, like, you're gonna get a lot of these workouts and stuff, and they gonna try to kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm always the type of person where I ain't finna turn down the workout, so I'm gonna work out for everybody, but I need to make sure I'm in shape for all that. So, like, I still did my speed training. I trained like a regular, like I was training for combine, but it's like, nah, like I was still running gases. Like, he still had me running freaking half gases and stuff. Like, yeah, like, I'm like, hey, Sway. Yeah, he made me, but like, I won't do it any other way because he made sure I was in football shape. Like, my rookie year, I was able to run all day. I ain't had no hamstring injuries. Like, I was ready to go. So like the 40 was, I already knew what time it was. Once I crossed the line, I'm like, oh, it's 4.3 something. I don't know what it is, but it's 4.3 something.
Nah, I feel that. And being as talented as you are, and coming out of college, man, first round draft pick. Obviously being one of the fastest guys coming out of the combine, man. What was that like? Like, did you have? I mean, obviously we knew you checked the box with the speed, but did you have an idea of being first round going into the draft, or was that like oh dang, like, this is possible?
That was a surprise. So everything I was hearing was my agent basically was saying, like, oh, you gonna go early in the second round for sure. You might slip in the late first, but like, if you don't go first round, you might be the first pick in the second round.
Yeah.
So I didn't know really what was gonna happen. Like, my uncle, like, I got invited to go to New York, but I was like, I'm not going because I don't know if I'm going first round.
Fair.
But my uncle wanted to throw like a little party for me. I didn't know if I wanted to do it because I'm like, dang, like, if I don't go in the first round, I'm throwing this party for nothing. and then I had the Hey Rookie, Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
I had that TV show, so we had the whole camera crew at the house. So I'm like, man, it's finna be embarrassing if I don't go in the first round. But it's crazy because earlier, like that morning, Carolina called me and was like, we're going to draft you at 25 if you there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm good.
Say that, yeah.
25 come by, they draft Shaq Thompson. I'm hot. I'm like, yo. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I was like, I'm hot. I'm like, dang. So I'm like, I'm looking at all the other teams. I'm like, okay, I had a workout with New England. They had the 32nd pick. So I'm like, okay, I may go there, but I don't know. And then 29 came. Luckily, the coach drafted me. I ain't had no interviews, nothing with them.
Dang.
No workouts. I talked to them at the combine maybe briefly, and they ended up just drafting me out of nowhere. And I was like, I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Our podcast, we call it the money down. We think, money down, talking football, third down in the game, all those situations. You kind of talked about, what I'm going to allude to in a second. Money down moments, you say, when you kind of go all in on yourself, put all your chips in. And when you start to see some of that success, what do you feel like that moment was for you in life, whether it was, football, off the field, whatever it may be?
I would say probably when I got traded to New England. I would say probably that's one of my biggest, football-wise, that's probably the biggest blessing. Because, to be honest, firstly, I was scared. Like, I ain't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, you get traded to the – first of all, let me break it down how it happened. It was after the last preseason game, I think it was some trade chatter out there. I remember that. Like, I remember calling my agent. I guess it was like some rumors coming out. I think we was playing the Cowboys or something. And my agent called me, was just like, yo, I know you see the rumors out there, this and that. But I talked to the GM and he told me, no, they're not trading you. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then it's crazy because the next day after the game, he brought me in. He was like, yeah, I understand. I know you see all these rumors going on. Like, listen, we're not trying to trade you. Like, it's not happening. Like, we want to keep you. Like, we love what you see. I'm like, all right, cool. You know how that's
crazy.
After the game, literally, I'm laying down. It was me and my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. I'm laying down. We watching TV. I get a text message from a number that I don't know, and it said, "Good luck in New England." Ooh. I said, "Wait, what? Hold on, what's going on?" I said, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? I said, man, somebody playing with me. So I open up Twitter. Bam, Phillip Dorsett has been traded to the New England Patriots for Jacoby Brissett. I said, my heart dropped. Boom. And like, my wife's she's sitting right beside me, and I just look at her, and I just get up. And I said, I got to go to facility. So I didn't even tell her, bro. I didn't even tell her.
She probably like, what's going on?
I just got up. I got to go to facility. And then literally as I'm walking down the stairs, Chris Ballard called me, the GM. He's still the GM and coach. He was like, so I answered the phone, and he could tell by the way I answered the phone, he was like, you heard, right? I said, I think so. He's like, dang, I didn't want to. But at the end of the day, for him, it was like we had a good conversation. He was like, we weren't trying to trade you, but Andrew Luck had just got hurt. Mm-hmm. So he was like, we need a quarterback. Bill called for you. He wanted to offer up Jacoby Brissett. He was like, we kind of couldn't turn it down. And I'm like, you know what? I respect that. Like, at the end of the day, I ain't no animosity. Like, I respect you. Like, you wasn't trying to, and you got a good offer, and you did. It is what it is. But that trade right there, just, I would say it was a blessing for me, because I learned like from Bill and just watching everybody in that building, like how to really like be a professional. You know, like I was just winging it before, just waking up, just going to practice, you know, just doing the thing. But I'm like, I would really learn, like, just watching everybody in that building, everybody. I learned how to be a professional. And obviously we won a lot of games, went to 2 Super Bowls. And I mean, I had the time of my life. And at the end of the day, like I'm going to cherish that forever, for sure.
For sure. Hey, I want to ask you, bro, playing for, honestly, 2 legends, in my opinion. I mean, obviously Tom Brady is who he is, but, you know, as for the football fans, we know who Andrew Luck was. You know, probably retired a little bit early, but I think anybody around him or played for him or played with him will tell you one of the best football players, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, I had a lot of people. How was that for you? You know what I'm saying? Just being able to be in that huddle and, you know, work for those, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do what you do for them boys.
Yeah, Andrew was amazing. Like, I always say this to everybody. People ask me, because they know I played with Tom, and it was like, dang, who was the best quarterback you played with? I'll be like, be honest, you want to come to talent? Oh, it was Andrew Luck, for sure. Like talent-wise, man, Andrew was different, bro. Andrew was different. Like, he was just like a natural-born leader. Like, he was still young, and in the way he carried himself, you would think, like, this man is a 10-year vet. And he was tough as hell. athletic, like I don't like athletic slide, like bro. I watch him play. You watch him play basketball, you be like, damn, like this man really like an all around athlete. Had a strong arm, was smart, was accurate, bro. Like it's just injuries, bro. It's football.
Yeah, for sure.
Like sometimes you get hurt, you get tired of getting hurt. Like man, I ain't like people don't. I think a lot of like people don't really understand. Like when you get like an injury and you rehabbing for 6 months. Like that shit is training.
It's exhausting, boy.
Like, and then for him, it was just like injury after injury, and he probably got to the point where it was just like, man, I ain't doing this no more, man. Like these injuries is crazy, but Andrew was different. He was on another level, man. Like, it was amazing to play with him. And then Ty too. I learned a lot from Ty, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, and Ty, I looked up to Ty even before I got there. Like, people always ask me during my combine stuff, was like, oh, who's a receiver you emulate your game after? I was like, man, I always said T.Y. Hilton and Antonio Brown. Those are two guys I always said. And the fact that I got a chance to play with T.Y. and then Andre was there, Andre Johnson was there too. So he was another big brother because I worked out with him in that offseason. So like it was easy, it was effortless for me just to go in and fit in, and they embraced me, and it was all love.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And obviously getting to the Patriots, how long did it? Because you got traded after training camp. Everybody don't know how hard it is to walk into a situation. Week one, you know what I'm saying? Trying to learn the playbook, and then you playing for such a great organization. And then your quarterback Tom Brady too. So that's
Tom
different.
Brady. You nervous?
No, I was about to say no. That ain't easy.
You nervous?
You gotta earn your keep if you're gonna be in that huddle. You know what I'm saying? So what was that like for you? How long did it take you to get up to speed?
That whole year. That whole year, because people don't understand, like, once you get into the like, being in the off-season program, that's where you really learn the playbook.
Yeah.
So, like, I missed all that, and then I just go straight to week one, and then we had a Thursday night game that week. So, I got traded on a Sunday, and then I got to play on a Thursday. So, I'm like, damn. Quick turnaround, because I think I wasn't supposed to play. I was supposed to be inactive, but what's the name? Knee was swollen.
Okay.
Knee swelled up. Damn, what's my boy?
No.
Nah, not Dola. And then it was Dola got a concussion on the first punt return. So
he was in that. He was in the front.
He get knocked out on his first punt return, and then now it's three of us active. It's me, Brandon, and Chris Hogan. It was three receivers. So I don't know nothing. And then it's like either we basically only got 11 personnel. So it's like either you scrap 11 and go straight 12 with two tight ends. But it's like, man, hey, I had to play because at the end we was losing.
Yeah.
So it's like we go into 2-minute mode. I'm like, damn, we ain't go over 2 minutes. I don't know nothing. Of this. All I did was I memorized a couple of little plays I was supposed to be in on, but that's what. So, like, and then the thing about the New England, like the playbook basically changed like every week.
Yeah.
Like, so you may memorize this game plan, but the next game plan, like, it's a whole bunch, 50 more plays that I ain't never seen before.
Yep.
So
just for that defense,
just for the defense we playing. So I'm like, man, I'm cramming every day when I get home, and it was rough. Like, and then I ended up the next game, I ended up getting hurt. I hurt my knee, and it's just like, I still gotta play. Yeah. So it's because we ain't got nobody else. So I'm like, dang, that whole year, man, that year was rough. We still ended up winning a lot of games, going to the Super Bowl. We lost, but still, like, it was. And I still had a lot of fun, man. It was definitely a blessing.
I was going to ask you about that. We all here, grew up wanting to play in that game. I know it's probably crazy for you to have two appearances. Obviously, you won one, lost one. Just how was that whole deal for you, getting a chance to play in the Super Bowl? We know players who've been in the league 10 years that don't even get that opportunity to hit the playoffs or sniff that. So how was that, for you?
Yeah, man, that was amazing. Like I said, I cherished them two games for the rest of my life. Like, just being there that whole week, having fun. Like, people don't understand, like, you there the whole week. Well, that first Super Bowl was in Minnesota, so that was rough. It was cold. It was cold. We ain't lead the Mall of Americas that whole time. But, like, if you just go out your room and you just walk down the mall, you seeing superstars everywhere. You know, people just walking around, and it was a blessing to be there. And then we, like, for some reason, I feel like that the Super Bowl week, Bill kind of light up a little bit. Like, he kind of let you have your fun, and then you just lock in like the last 2 days, I would say. But just being in the game, it was different, man. Like, I be telling people every time, like the young boys that be asking me, I be like, bro, it's something different that you gonna experience. Like, you gonna be nervous. Like, I feel like that whole game, like my body was just jittering. Like the whole time, like I couldn't just feel normal. It was just like, bro, this is different. The lights are brighter.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It'd be so many lights, so many cameras. Stadium,
the lights bright. Bro, it's crazy, yo. It's different. It's something that nobody's ever experienced before if you ain't been in that game, man. But like, you just gotta enjoy it. You just gotta embrace it, because it's a bucket list for a lot of most football players. Well, if not all of them. And so, like,
everybody,
at the end of the day, you just gotta cherish the moment, because I mean, a lot of people, everybody don't get to experience this.
You ever? I was gonna say, what was it like playing for Bill? He ever got you on a film study?
Oh man, Bill get everybody. He's gonna get everybody eventually.
Yeah, every single person. Boy. Ain't no high that one, boy, Bill. Like I say, especially if you consistently messing up, that's just, like, you just Slick mess up every now and then. He'll let you ride, but when it start adding up over and over, like, all right, I can't let you rock out like that.
Listen, man, Bill don't play, man. I remember we was playing the Falcons. I think it was it was the Falcons my first year there. And I think Chris Hogan he messed up the game before. So he kind of he played me over Hogan. And then I remember I went in there, I had to block the safety and I got a holding call. When I say I ain't play another down in the game, bro, it was over. I was done, bro. I said, damn.
Ruthless, boy.
That's crazy.
Right, he gonna make an example out of it. You can mess around. You get your chance, you mess up, but sit your ass down, man.
I guess you could talk about that too, playing in New England, obviously, you got Jules, you got Gronk, you got Hogan, you got Danny Amendola, and being a guy that's, not the primary receiver, how hard is that to, kind of stay locked in? Because, sometimes we'll design specific plays for you, other guys like that, but it's, it's when you get in, you got to make your play, what I'm saying? So how is that?
Yeah, man. It's kind of like, it's crazy. So I was watching The Last Dance the other day, and Steve Kerr said something like, I was a role player and I got like 5-6 shots a game, and you had to make every play. Like, every shot is of a lot of importance. And I just felt like, damn, that's how it was for me. Like I wasn't a 1 or a 2, but you be a 3, but it's just like, you never really know when you gonna get the ball. Like, you never really know when Tom gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna look at him and throw it to him. So it was just like, literally every pass that comes my way I'm like, yo, this is a lot. This is important because I don't know when I'm gonna see it again. and then being in that offense, like, I'm fast, so I'm the deep threat, but we all know how that offense is ran inside out. So maybe I maybe have like 3 design deep plays coming to me a game, but maybe 1 get called.
Yeah.
And then on the one that get called, you got to get the right coverage.
Yeah.
And then okay, you gotta win.
Yeah.
So it was my first year there. It was definitely it was different because it's you're not really used to being in and running routes for the love of the game. I'm running routes to get other people open. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
And then Tom is a big trust guy. So it's like, okay, your first year there, he ain't really gonna trust you like that.
Yeah.
So you ain't really finna get the ball there. If he don't know that you're gonna be in the right spot at the right time. So my second year and then going into my third year, I'm like, okay, I can tell nah, Tom actually trusts me a lot.
Yeah.
But then it's times okay, now you just gotta get the plays called for you. You got to be on the field, and all that junk was a little wishy-washy.
Yeah.
You know how James know what I'm talking about. You know how it go.
Yeah, man. One week is your week. Next 3 weeks may not be your week. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Go. But like you said with the Steve Kerr Jones, like, you may only get those 5 shots a game, but you use one of them guys when you made them plays, them shits hit. You know what I'm saying?
They hit. Yeah, they hit.
So I want to go from football. What is Phil pastime hobbies? Outlet just to get away from football, decompress. I heard you like boxing. I heard you like Call of Duty. Hey. Phil,
so
we gangster in here now.
We go crazy now. We go crazy now.
Yeah. See, I need to find some people to play with, because usually I just be online playing like team deathmatch, gun games and stuff like that. I need to find like a little lobby to give me to compete.
Money down, we here.
Yeah. Hey, just let me know, especially now, because I ain't got nothing but time on my hand. I'll be up in Denver bored.
Before we jumped on here, I dropped the 15 piece in Warzone. So,
see,
but when Phil want to decompress and just want to vibe, man, what's pastime things that just get you in that mode where I could chill?
Yeah. So, I either go. I like to bowl.
Okay.
Or I'm either playing the game, listening to music. I listen to a lot of R&B music. I love R&B, like 90s R&B music.
That's with the workout, my dog always had
That's my thing, man. That's that feel good music. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I listen to some rap too. I listen to my trap music. I listen to Ignorance. I can't get mad. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a little Ignorance, but most of the time I'm usually listening to probably like 90s R&B and stuff like that. I just be chilling, man. Taking like basically just be with my wife, be with my daughter. Most of the time, like when I'm home, like, so I'm here most of the time, and then when I'm home, I'm in the house with my wife and my daughter.
Yep.
To be honest, that's all I really want to do.
That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do
it. Hey, exactly.
Do it for sure.
Hey, I gotta make sure I ask this, bro, because we done asked everybody that's gonna come on here. We done had a few first rounders, bro. I gotta ask. When you got drafted in the first round, bro, did Indianapolis show love? Did they put you on a PJ?
They did. I ain't gonna lie. They did. They did. They did. That was lie. I had me a nice little blue suit. And it was crazy because I had literally the day before I got drafted, we went to Macy's and I ended up buying a Hugo Boss not light blue, royal blue suit.
Okay.
And then I get drafted by the Colts, and I'm like, dang, that's crazy. They talking about, oh, you dressed for the case. I'm like, dang, I bought this yesterday. I didn't know I was coming here. But it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, they show love.
Yeah, Sony on here. New England, they sent him on the Southwest, you know what I'm saying?
Southwest
class.
Southwest,
I hope he was A1.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Southwest, you get drafted in the first round, they put you Southwest. I ain't gonna lie, that's dirty, boy. That's dirty. Bill, he wrong for that one.
I was gonna say, we done had a few people on here that's been drafted in the first round that said they did not get that private jet.
Get that PJ.
I think you might be the first one.
I did. I got it.
It depends on the organization, man. You just don't never know. Some like to say they bread, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you heard it. Hey, you get drafted by Indy, they put you on the PJ.
Put you right on that PJ.
Nah, man, we appreciate you taking the time out, chopping it up with us. We had a good time. Make sure y'all check out my dog Phil. Be cutting it up for the Broncos this year.
Y'all already know.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it.
To my family, every song I ever wrote. This shit feel like Game 7. Put lines up through my S's.